Can Claude generated research be detected on Turnitin? So this is what we are going to answer in this video. So stay tuned till the end. So we just choose Opus 5. And here we prompt it as follows. Write a literature review on the state of the art of AI in research methodology. Provide real and verifiable recent citations, because the problem with AI is that it does not provide real citations. It provides fake citations and references that look real. And here the style is APA style, which is the American Psychological Association, which is the one that is mostly used in research papers. And here from high impact factor journals. So high impact factor journals, especially Scopus Q1, Q2, and these are the ones needed for research that will add contributions to the literature, and that is at the edge of the literature, especially over the last 5 years. So we're talking about recent studies. So basically we're going to just click send message and wait for the literature review. So basically what it does here, it is searching the web. Literally, it's like somebody who is searching the web, collecting the references, collecting the citations, and putting them together in an automatic way. So this is more agentic AI than only AI models that are just generative in nature. So after generating the literature review, next step, we're going to check it, how it looks like in terms of the shape, the format, the style, etc. Because AI generated content or AI assisted research can appear just from the look. So I'm going to download the AI research methodology literature review and then open it. It will look like this. So obviously this format with the blue text, etc., is AI-ish from the first look. So it should be human post edited, meaning that we need to go over the text and try to do fact checking, rewriting, human post editing, reformatting, because you send this like this to somebody, the first impression they will get that you're lazy, that you just generated AI text and you're sending them to them. So it's really embarrassing and awkward situation that you should not fall into. So basically, when we're trying to do that, I look at the scope and framing. So the trick is to just change this color into black and then remove this text. Okay, so we do like edits like this. Okay, so, and then you see the dashes. This is another typical feature of AI text, AI generated text. In addition to the bold letters and of course the writing style. So here, this one does not need even to be run on Turnitin to be detected as AI generated text. Just from the look of it, you send this to your academic supervisor, your coworker, your colleague, your boss, you will be immediately flagged to be using AI, and people will not take that into consideration, and they will not invest time into reading content because that will demean their intelligence. I mean, it's like you are fooling them. You just went to AI, you get the text, and you send them the text like that, and you expect them to grade it, read it, give you feedback. So just don't expect that from them, because from the very first look, they will detect it and they will have a permanent impression on you that is not easy to remove lifetime. So you should be really careful with that. So anyways, the bullet points also, this is typically AI. It needs to be removed. It needs to be changed, at least with numbers. Then the dashes, as you can see, this is typical pattern of AI generated content. You can see that, you can tell. And usually people who are working on research projects, they are familiar with that, because they could also be using it, but they are not using it the way you use it like that. You need to human post edit it, verify it, check it, and then you can, of course, let's say, so here you see this note here, verification note. So you see it should be removed. The line again. So all of these features should be flagged. And also the calibre 20, the calibre 11, It needs to be changed into Times New Roman 12. See how this like keeps changing how the content looks like few edits, but they have statistically significant effect. So let's say we will just take the this one that is slightly modified, and we're going to run it against AI. This one number one, and the other one that is the original one. So we have two versions, and we're going to, this is the human post edited a little bit just in terms of the format. So this one is called number one, and the other one that is the original one. So we're going to take this one, call it Claude Raw. Okay, and the other one is formatted, reformatted. So, okay, let's go to Turnitin, and we're going to drag and drop these here and submit. Okay, you see the raw Claude Raw AI generated text has 35% AI detected, whereas the reformatted one, so the human post editing, managed to reduce that by almost 6% with few edits. So here, that's why it is recommended to use human post editing before sending the work to anybody, because that would put you in a very awkward, embarrassing, or sometimes risky situations that will determine, of course, your grading, your relationship with your supervisors, and a lot of things. So here the AI writing, as you can see, 35, although it was generated completely using AI, so even Turnitin is not that reliable in detecting the AI generated content. That's why you need to have, let's say, third eye to see what is behind the lines, so to speak. So this is in brief how we can verify AI, how we can do human post editing. If you need any help with the advising on how to reduce the Turnitin or to reduce the AI percentage without actually using those marketed AI humanizers, marketed AI removers, bypassers, to how to bypass AI detection, etc. Feel free to reach out via my contact below, and see you soon. Bye for now.